counteract contrary to the natural flow Zhao Liying, from a grassroots entertainer to a single parent, to another show pulverizing Yang Mi. Despite the fact that Zhao Liying has been known as an effective lady since she began without any preparation, yet contrasted with Fang Xiaofeng, who has a profound family foundation and has been in the circle for a long time, she is just a little witch. The man isn't just a well-off financial specialist family, however his vocation has likewise entered a steady stage, which can clearly give his youngsters better instructive circumstances, yet Zhao Liying isn't true. Also her vocation is on the ascent, media outlets has more necessities for entertainers to be unforgiving, even the authority declaration of marriage will affect the show, not to mention a single parent with a youngster. Before, Zhao Liying had the option to surrender her vocation for Fang Xiaofeng, yet after the separation, she really wants to make a decent arrangement for her future, and Yang Bao, who has been in the gathering for quite a while, doesn't have such a lot of opportunity to deal with the youngsters, and there is no principal struggle with Fang Xiaofeng. Rather than allowing yourself to go around to satisfy one another, it is smarter to simply allow the kid's dad to educate. What's more, the realities likewise demonstrate that Zhao Liying's unique decision was right on the money. Despite the fact that she neglected to get the authority of the youngster, she would visit her at whatever point she was free. In the wake of separating from Fang Xiaofeng, her vocation likewise introduced to take off. Who might have felt that when Yang Mi was all the while depending on her body show to turn the crowd, Zhao Liying had proactively showed up on the CCTV spring celebration function alone and turned into the most sparkling star of the evening. It is said that the greatest victor of the current year's spring celebration function is Zhao Liying, on the grounds that in addition to the fact that she showed up in the initial show possessing the C position immovably, he likewise started to lead the pack in the resulting imaginative program Manchime Toothgu Osai as the lead artist. In spite of the fact that he is certainly not an expert singing candidate, he had the option to start to lead the pack in two heavyweight events. He actually overwhelmed the traffic of last year's spring celebration occasion, causing netizens when the tide was seething. She was effectively depended with significant errands by CCTV, yet Yang Mi, who is likewise the main trailblazer of 85 Blossoms, was not really fortunate. Around then, she made a little hit at the New Year's Eve party on Mango Television with her hot figure, yet before the fans lauded her excitement, netizens scorned that the club style was excessively modest, and she didn't seem to be an impressive female star by any means. Contrasted at Zhao Liying's public style stage, Yang Mi is for sure insufficient to watch. Furthermore, this shocking correlation happened at least a couple of times. Last year, the two delivered another show simultaneously. However, when Zhao Liying set off a craze of conversations in light of The Breeze Blows Penelia and effectively changed with the stance of Wang Zhe with a score of 8.4, Yang Mi wore a working environment. The external skin of the female show organized an oily love between sister Mary Sue and more youthful sibling, and a 5.8 point. The 28th law of affection made Yang Mi's standing break down in an orderly fashion. Other than being looked at, the two have had a well-established resentment. For what reason is Zhao Liying generally separated? In the holding up area of Weibo night, Yang Mi, Yang Ying, Ni and other female stars continued to take selfies and gathering photographs, and every one of the male stars additionally talked cheerfully. However, Zhao Liying was the one in particular who was distant from everyone else. One individual approached to visit, and regardless of whether Zhao Liying stepped up to the plate and make proper acquaintance, Yang Mi was occupied with talking with Li Xian all alone, and didn't see Zhao Liying, who was humiliated along the edge. Around then, some netizens addressed whether Zhao Liying was all in all segregated by media outlets. All things considered, they are both the pillar of 85 Blossoms, and the holding up treatment among her and Yang Mi is basically altogether different. At the point when nobody thinks often about Zhao Liying all over the place, the famous Yang Mi is dependably a star regardless of where she goes, and as per her own organization, she clearly makes sure to new companions in the circle, yet Zhao Liying appears to have no issue. Not having the option to fit into her circles, Yang Mi level gave no additional looks when the two met on the platform. The manner in which the different sides disregard each other can make netizens make up a B-tearing show. Furthermore, the justification for why everybody will trust in the conflicts between the two is that when Gong detonated quite a while back, Zhao Liying, who was as yet a novice, straightforwardly faced Yang Mi's fans. For what reason did she generally confuse herself with Yang Mi and said she was not a major fan? Yang Mi brushes the focal point of the eye and shoots the castle. In the event that it was only a youngster skirmish of spirits back, afterward on it was actually an irreconcilable situation and assets, and it became normal for them not to have the option to play together. What is your take of it? 02. Gong Jun's new show Flying Elephants has been documented. It is normal to send off in spring, and the main entertainer is getting along nicely. In everybody's impression, Gong Jun appears to have been consistently exchanging among getting done and joining the gathering, and once in a while he should be visible going to gatherings and shooting ads. As a matter of fact, in light of the prominence and amount of shows in stock, regardless of whether Gong Jun stops and rests for a portion of a year, it won't influence him by any means. However, he doesn't feel loose by any stretch of the imagination. He is clearly a first-class male god with both notoriety and dribble, however he actually buckles down. Toward the start of the new year, news spread on the web that Gong Jun will star in the new show Flying Elephants. However, pondering it isn't as actually to be expected. Certain individuals like to have a casual life, and certain individuals imagine that being occupied is really significant throughout everyday life regard weighty. In the event that an individual can esteem his vocation more than his life, then all the achievement he gets will be the product of his perspiration. In light of the substance rundown of the record of the work, Gong Jun plays one more talented laborer in the advancement of the public pattern as time, which helps individuals to remember Susie, the legend he played in I Need to Conflict with the Breeze. They are likewise present-day characters. I don't have the foggiest idea what is the distinction between Duan Guang and Susie. The work Flying Elephants recounts the narrative of Duan Mingji, played by Gong Jun, and Zhang Tooth, played by Ren Min, of Changsing Truck Manufacturing Plant, which is nearly Chapter 11, because of the call of the country to change from truck creation to vehicle creation. To present unfamiliar high-level mechanical production systems, they voyaged all over Europe and the US, which are huge vehicle nations, and experienced obstructions all over the place. In spite of the fact that they at last arranged participation with the Germans, they confronted the shame of not having the assets to fabricate a production line mutually. Duan Mingji and Zhang Tooth attempted to work on the schooling and capacity of the specialists, and kept each laborer's occupation while collaborating across the line, while driving everybody to gain progressed creation innovation without any preparation. They conquered hardships, lastly made the Flying Elephant brand vehicle, understood the mutually beneficial story of public advantage and plant benefit. In light of the short presentation of the story, Flying Elephants can be supposed to be extremely fascinating, and the contender for the champion Zhang Tooth is likewise the lovely and strong Xia Ren minimum. As a role, is as yet worth anticipating. However, before the authority declaration of the show, everybody actually has the mindset of not having faith in melons, and focuses harder on the impending dramatizations of the two driving entertainers. All things considered, Gong Jun's 3 dramatizations to be circulated are extremely famous. One is the Old Mannequin Ali account with Di Liba, and the other is Fox Pixie Little Intermediary with Yang Mi and Different Goddesses Yu Huang section. Regardless of the first IP or the notoriety of the characters, it is difficult to make up for lost time. His demonstrating photographs of Dongfang Yui were likewise very unique in relation to the past jobs. It is still very energizing to anticipate the inferior Taoist he made. Full stop. Gong Jun's other present-day to be circulated show I Need to Conflict with the Breeze is likewise a work under Heavenly Gravity's pennant. Heavenly Gravity's old mannequins and metropolitan shows have a reliable standing. Already, Qin Lan and Gao Yixiang's Fault You Are Excessively Lovely was evaluated as high extremely pleasant. In addition, the courageous woman of I Need to Conflict with the Breeze is still Zhang Chuxi, who is entirely unmistakable regarding appearance and appearance. Ren Min likewise has a great deal of shows to be communicated. Aside from Jade Bonyao, which is a coordinated effort with Xiao Zhan, which is an old ensemble, the rest are current and present-day subjects. She played the offbeat Princess Zuyan in Yu Guyao. Her Qi Liu Hai is exuberant and lively, and her haircut is likewise extremely finished. Simply seeing the wonderful photographs from Reuters, I have proactively started to anticipate the component film. Ren Min, Wang Yuan, Guo Jingfei and others are collaborating in the cutting-edge show splendid and breathtaking. The job of a secondary school understudy is likewise a safe place for her. The characters in When the Stars Sparkle have a feeling old enough. Despite the fact that there are no authority stills delivered at this point, Ren Min's acting abilities are dependably worth anticipating. On the off chance that she truly teams up with Gong Jun in Flying Elephants, how might she decipher the job of Zhang Tooth, a specialized female laborer? Gong Jun's new show Flying Elephants has been documented. It is normal to send off in spring, and the main entertainer is getting along nicely. Is it true that you are anticipating Gong Jun's new show? Welcome to Pass on a Message to Examine in the Remark region. 03. If Late Blossoming Gifts has a position, Chang Yi is bronze, Hai Qing is gold, and Zhang Songwen is the ruler. Different enterprises keep on taking a stab at progress in the opposition, and endeavor to outperform a similar period. As a matter of fact, media outlets is likewise in a difficult situation. However, contrasted with acting abilities, market capital is more keen on the briefest spring proportion back. As the idiom goes, you must be well known early, and you can become famous when you are youthful. Exclusively by carrying advantages to the organization can we lay a specific likelihood for future achievement. The time of singing and moving icon debut is getting more youthful, and presently those brought into the world in 2009 will be in front of an audience. On the off chance that the main rebound neglects to get one spot, it will fundamentally be insulted. With respect to entertainers, the people who have assets have a few in stock very quickly after graduation. Regardless of whether no work is on the web, a wide range of hot inquiry terms are likewise purchased. Before it became famous, the subject of who and who at last became well-known left the circle, and a wide range of credits detonated. In the present web age, it's hard for netizens not to notice such a newbie. In the new climate, there are increasingly few delayed prodigies, yet serene doesn't mean absence of solidarity. Quiet shooting doesn't imply that you will remain so obscure. It is just when you are near 30 or more than 40 that you are seen by the crowd. There are additionally many individuals. At 21 years old, he assumed a part in an outfit show. Chen Yi at last escaped the circle by depending on the male god in ensemble. Hai Qing appeared for a year and turned into the primary female. Among the post-90s entertainers, Chen Yi is an exceptional one. He neither has the traffic gift of ability shows, nor has he become renowned short-term through the alternate way of dengue. All things considered, he entered the Chinese drama in a normal way, and afterward began acting in little jobs in the following 21 years. In the initial not many years, I Took Anything shows were accessible. Regardless of whether a spine chiller will not be well known from the outset, he will attempt it. He left a dim history of demonstrating in sitcoms, and turned around to assume the part of a male god in ensembles and outfit shows. Whether it's Yu Sifan, a guiltless young fellow, or a reserved and limited cajoler, Chen Yi, who has severe command over his figure, has gotten a handle on the fundamentals of ensemble shows, that is to say, to be flimsy however have habits. The people of yore were picked by Paradise, and he is discussing. With a similar expert foundation, Hai Qing from Nordel nearby is quite capable. Indeed, even predominant, she assumed the main part in the film in 2001, however the reaction was not excessively large around then. It was only after she formally appeared at 26 years old that her legend of dashing the diversion circle with her acting abilities started. Sequestered from everything into the residue and smoke, she was the main entertainer in the entire gathering, so she fit the job. In addition to the fact that he deserted his beautiful face, yet he likewise gave himself to concentrating on each word and deed. Eventually, the crowd who watched the film communicated feeling, on the off chance that they hadn't seen the acclaim. I nearly didn't perceive that the town lady on the screen was hating herself. The developed age said that they love acting. It was Zhang Songwen who was truly ready to persevere through difficulties for acting, and was 1 year more seasoned than Haking. Later The Secret Corner broadcasted, it turned into somewhat well known. At 46 years old, depending on his own constancy, he won the acclaim of the crowd. 5 years of local escort, 24 years of age to take the test, multiple times of dismissal and 3 years after graduation, Zhang Songwen's steadiness is triumph. The justification for why the new age can't perform well in period dramatizations is on the grounds that they have never encountered the difficulties of life. Dissimilar to Zhang Songwen, before the fire, he carried on with a hard life for a long time. At 19 years old, others are as yet partaking in the magnificence of grounds time, however he has proactively begun his vocation as a local escort. During his 5 years of work, he met many individuals, everything being equal, lastly resolved his craving to apply for the Institute of Performing Expressions. During school, in light of his picture, he could go about as the dad of his cohorts. Subsequent to graduating, he was dismissed ordinarily. In any event, being a gathering entertainer was dismissed. No big surprise, he said that the pay of entertainers is incredibly low, however he won't be whined by the crowd, since he struggles. Luckily, he would have rather not quit any pretense of acting, and Bull in the diversion circle at long last tracked down him. Gao Kikiyang in Typhoon fits so well that it is by all accounts tailor-made for him. Whether it is the humbleness while selling fish in the beginning phase, or the serenity while turning into a major manager in the later stage, Zhang Songwen utilized his perception abilities gathered over the course of the years to effectively depict the superb changes when a person. On the off chance that you stick to it in a brief time frame, you will most likely be unable to see any tremendous accomplishments. However, in the event that you proceed with this way, you will ultimately find a palatable solution.